When we have the best young prodigios, why watch anything else? La Liga, streaming free on Geo Cinema.
Louis Philippe Sheen.
Holds very well in the middle period of the game, doesn't give away too many.
Yeah, it's always harder for the batter coming in. I think when you asked the question and you talked about the type of wicket that you're playing on, you've always got to realize that if you're struggling and you've been in for the last 20 to 30 minutes, it's going to be a lot harder for somebody else to just come in. So to just give your wicket away would be something crazy to do.
Oh, the Joburg bowlers have done well. They've assessed the wicket well.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of slower ones, change of pace into the surface, which have worked.
Really like Markram's feet. Coming at the bowler, always thinking 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the boundary 4 option that he's after. Good intensity. Just seen the Fan Crazer strategy break. You can scan to claim your $10 welcome reward. Fancraze.com. There's a QR code that I know nothing about. I'm still educating myself on QR codes. You guys will probably know way more than Aruj and I about. Are you a QR code? You scan QR codes? Is that your thing? See it in restaurants, don't you?
I think it's not as difficult, KP.
Huh?
Stick your phone out, open the camera, and scan the code.
Is that what you do?
Or you ask your 12-year-old to do it for you.
That's exactly right. What I have realized when I made the mistake the other evening when we were on comms calling a braai a barbecue, there's a lot of people watching. There are a hell of a lot of people watching the broadcast, which is good to know.
Not again, KP, not again.
I was walking down the stairs before the game and some guy shouted at me, "It's a braai, KP!" I was like, yes, I know, don't worry.
It's one of those which you will hear till the end.
Forever.
Forever.
Forever. Horror. And I deserve it. I absolutely deserve it.
Even I knew that.
No, don't you start. Don't you start. Educating you on biltong, the finer things in life. You had some biltong earlier, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. Tell
Absolutely.
South Africa, tell the world. How good is biltong? How good are the whistles? How good is the crowd? And how good is this partnership so far?
Well, all of it. The entire SA20, it's been an absolute spectacle. It truly has been. The crowds, the colors, it's been a 3D visual experience, and it's probably the place to be.
Yeah, definitely the place to be. Whistle, it's a Chennai Super Kings thing. Faf, I know you're the man of the match. You're. Isn't it supposed to be apostrophe R? Full toss. Markram, he just knocks it down to long on, and that's the halfway stage. It's 72 for 2.
Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm vibing. Whatever comes my way, I'm living this wonderful day.
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero, packaged drinking water.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
The bowlers around making sure that these batters can't get settled. We're almost done down here, Aruj, and I think before Thikshana bowls his first delivery, Mark Nicholas.
Oh, nice digging.
Just a quick question. From side on,
Yes, sir.
Did you get a look at Lazard Williams? We were talking about him before
Yes.
play. He's got wheels, isn't he?
I mean, we were talking to him about him and we stood behind him. It didn't look quick. That first delivery to Bavoom, I think that's knocking out anyone.
Yeah, he's real good. He's
Super
improved
fast.
a lot. Yeah, and he bowls very straight.
Yeah, ball ticky.
Okay, thanks, Kev. Thanks, Harouj.
Thanks,
We've got
guys.
AB de Villiers and Sean Pollock alongside
Another
me.
run
And
down here,
AB,
Ticky.
what are your
Nowhere near it again,
impressions so far?
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, a really good comeback there from the Sunrisers. A little bit of a dodgy start there, the first few overs, and a great fight back from Markram and Herman. Yeah, I've been very impressed with Jordan Herman. I think he's got a lot of potential, a lot of talent, still very young. And I've been watching this Mahesh character. He's been taking a lot of wickets, been doing very well. And I've been talking to some of the guys on the side, just set up for the quicker one.
Oh, yeah, nice ball.
So interestingly, the spinners, it's been something of a graveyard other than for Adil Rashid and Rashid Khan. All the other spinners that have bowled here in the tournament have gone at more than 10 and over.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I heard KP say that he's a mystery spinner earlier, but I don't quite agree with that.
Oh, nice ticky.
Reason being, there's such a big difference between pace of his variations. The carom ball comes out flat. You can almost play it onto trajectory, and in the off he comes a lot higher out of his hand. So that's all I'd be looking for, and I'd almost be setting up for this carom ball and hit him through the line.
Oh, that's a good take, because that is a wide ball, and it was made by the footwork from Matthew Wade, who got the right side of the ball to be able to bring it back to the stumps and threaten an overbalance from the batsman. Classy stuff from Wade. Takshana's bowled a couple of leg side balls today. He's taken his wickets at the Wanderers, 7 of them. Yet to pick up one today at Centurion.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, but he's putting together a good over here. 2 runs from it, and one of them was a donation with a wide. And he'll be really happy if he can get out of this over with another single. 2.5 overs, 0 for 18 at this stage. And with that short boundary, he would have had a bit of fear and trepidation as he entered the arena today.
Well, this is the dreaded ball, isn't it? The extra ball, the last ball of the over that he didn't want to bowl. And he's done it. That's okay. He's pulled it off for a single. 75 for 2.
Cooling sensation that excites you like never before and makes you say, wow, that was intense. New Durex Intense, make it intense.
इटालियन और मैं खाऊं बैंक में धूल मैं तो शट अप मार्केट्स इकोनॉमी इंटरेस्ट रेट अच्छे से रिसर्च करो और मुझे अभी इन्वेस्ट करो चलो
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है गेट ईटी मनी जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस कंफर्टेबल और क्विक पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ अब टाइम से पहुंचो रैपिडो बाइक वाली टैक्सी डाउनलोड नाउ
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
Settled. They began to pull away. Now they've reined them back a bit. So it's a hard game to call right now. And here is Nandri Berger back into the attack for the first time after his 2-over burst at the beginning. Oh dear, that is a bad start. Oh, please, that's a high ball, probably a no ball, and certainly a 6.
Yeah, Nandri Berger's been in really good form this tournament so far. Not so much today. He's lost a little bit of control there. And that was above waist start. Actually well dealt with from Jordan Herman there. Making sure he gets a good part of the meat on the ball there, and it goes all the way. Almost a one-handed catch there from our ball boy.
Yeah, didn't go for it. He's under 18. He knew the rules and conditions.
But it's a no ball, so it's a free hit. So that's a very, very expensive delivery already, and potentially more expensive. He's got to nail this here. Slower ball or Yorker, Polly, which?
Yeah, I think that was a surprise. I'd go length delivery. I think you bang it in. That's what I'm saying. It's a surprise because there's been enough on offer on the pitch. if you've been hitting back of length, the odd ones stood up steep, the other ones stayed low. And that's how I would have started my spell, and I'd definitely go for this one.
Well, he's done well. He's restricted it to a couple, a mistimed shot. A bit of courage to bowl that ball, I think, that real ripping his fingers across it, taking all the pace off it, having bowled an errant ball first up.
It looks like that was the first one. I think it was like an attempted knuckleball. That's maybe why it came out so hard. But as you say, he dealt with it well, didn't he, AB? Didn't get flustered by it, just went to get down in position and help it on its way.
Tell you what, generally, AB, I'm not sure they're hitting a length enough.
Yeah, very interesting, the last two deliveries, and that's the difference between a free hit and a normal delivery. You see Jordan Herman with a free hit, premeditating that he's going to try and hit 6, and he didn't pick up the slow ball. And with that one, he's back to his conventional self, picked up the slow ball very easily. What's the moral of the story? No matter if it's a free hit or not, always watch the ball out of the hand first before you make a decision. Whether you premeditate or not, you still got to see the ball out of the hand first.
Big shuffle of the field here. It's now an unusual field for Markram. There's nobody at point, so there's a short third man, a square third man on the boundary, and a cover on the boundary. There comes round the wicket, gets it very straight. And Markram, whose balance has been really good in this innings, and I'm sure that's what's led to such good timing, is playing particularly well here.
Yeah, I think we talk about the small boundary as well, but the one thing is that the bowlers do have a surface to work with. You know, if it's a concrete pitch and it's coming on beautifully, then you're going to get targeted for that short boundary. But because of the bounce that we've seen for the wicket of Bavuma, and even one from Markram when he first came to the crease,
he's a bit unlucky there. That's a definite 4 if it doesn't hit the stumps at the non-striker's end.
yeah,
Definite. Smoked it.
As a bowler, you've got to use your other fielder. The other stumps at your end are your fielder. If you can get them to play nice and straight, you've got that to your advantage.
It's a bowler's game, this.
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful shot.
You're not going to convince him of that if you spend the next 10 years trying. I just feel that the Super Kings are just slightly off. It's not a big criticism. It's just a little observation. Little misfields, moments of uncertainty, field changes, bowlers bowling sort of really quite bad balls, you know, not hitting their lengths. It might just be nerves, you know. 12 gone, 90 for 2.
ये क्या अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे? टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है। कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज।
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
Go places. Go far.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
March of women's cricket is really something. Here's Romario Shepherd. Oh, and there's Aiden Markram. That's a fabulous hit. I said the balance was good. How easy did he make that look?
Yeah, it's a crucial part of the game now. Generally, at the 12th over mark, you would reassess. And there's the cutter, Aiden waiting for that one, and definitely had a little chat with his partner Jordan Herman about the way forward in the next 8 overs. They want to get to that 160 mark, and Aiden keeping his eye on the ball, waited beautifully for that. Not a lot of power needed these days.
Run up, run up, run up.
No, he's placed that very well too. It's the bigger boundary. Does he come back for two? He does. He's got a fly. Oh, a direct hit, and Haman had it for sure.
Yeah, you could see him just hesitate as he turned. He wasn't 100% sure, but then once Markham called him through, he tried to get the skids on and put the launch in. That's what you like to see. A man trying to make his ground, valuing his wicket, doing everything he possibly can to get himself home.
Yeah, I love this part of the game. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm sure you have, there's definitely a little bit of intensity injection from third to fourth gear. And with that comes a little bit more risk, obviously. So very interesting time of the game. They don't want to lose a wicket now, but they definitely want to up the ante a bit.
My sense is that Markram has his eye on more than 160. I think even 175 here, because this is a very good foundation. Two guys in, a lot of good ball strikers to come. I reckon anything over 170 is a good score.
But the last shot he played tends to suggest that he's also aware of he's got 9 off the over of the first 3, and that he doesn't really have to take a risk because the momentum is now with him. 89 of 67 deliveries.
Beautifully timed. It avoided the fielder. It whistled to the boundary. It's another sign, a slightly wide ball punished. Terrific stuff.
Good shot from Herman there. Obviously in the air, an uppish, which is not ideal, but he backed himself to find the gap and get 4 runs for his team.
Interesting is that back and across move of his. Not that many modern players have adopted that technique. And brilliant off the back foot. Absolutely brilliant. He played one of those at Pal when we first saw him, and we all went, wow.
Now, Mark, you talked about what might be a competitive total and what they might be aiming for. At the current rate, they were down to getting maybe just 150. All of a sudden, with this over 17 or 5 deliveries, the current forecast is 167, and this could be the catalyst over. This could be the moment where they go, okay, we've now put the foot down, things are going according to plan, let's keep it going, let's keep this momentum. 97 is the partnership of 69.
I love the position of his bat at the top of the takeaway with that open blade and the hands high.
Yeah, that partnership of 97, 69 balls will be starting to worry Faf a little bit now. We saw Faf earlier on the screen, and it's that time where things...
When it comes to making your drive electric, never settle for the ordinary. Go EV with India's #1 EV, Nexon EV. Proven and trusted by over 40,000 customers. Feature loaded and safe, offering a premium driving experience. Now with enhanced range and an exciting new price. Nexon EV. Drive what drove India electric.
Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm vibing. Whatever comes my way, I'm living this wonderful day.
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
Parties in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com। इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है। जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
Oh, they are running so quick. Oh, that's amazing. What a moment. Maybe a game changer. Something brilliant to ignite the Super Kings.
Off air, as the ball was going out there, I saw Lazard Williams making his way to the ball, and I was shouting to AB, or saying to AB, don't go, don't go, don't go. He touched, he moved, and he's found well short. Lazard Williams celebrating, showing his biceps. And this is amazing how good a throw it is, right next to the stumps. He's at least 1.5 meters short.
That right there is a wicketkeeper's dream. Look at Wadey. Bang. you get a sense in your peripheral in that left eye, you know where the batter is, and you know you don't have to do too much. You can take your time, make sure you get it clean in the hands and take the bails off. There's Jordan Herman, 48-36, played very well. Unfortunately run out by Williams.
झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झांके रे झांके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झांके रे झांके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
ये है
To say it
रैपिडो
isn't
वाला
today. Who's to say he hasn't saved
रैपिडो
it
का
up for
लो
this
प्राइस
moment?
कंफर्टेबल और क्विक पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ अब टाइम से
Stubbs, young
रैपिडो
talent on
बाई
show.
क्वालिटी डाउनलोड नाउ
And Stubbs is nicely away, which will bring the strike back to Markram. And just quickly, Markram goes through the gears nicely. I'll come back to Markram in a moment and just dwell on Stubbs when I say he hasn't really got going in the tournament. He's had moments.
He's young, Mark. I've seen enough. I think this boy can play. I think he's got a bright future. He'll figure it out. I know the price tag is big, but it'll take one knock.
You talk about the one knock. I tell you what, if he gets 40 off 10 balls tonight, that's say money well spent.
It was a fantastic piece of fielding, you know. The speed to the ball, the clean pick-up on the move, and then this throw. I always thought, all my years, I thought the idea of the throw going to the top of the stumps was wrong. I thought the throw should come alongside the stumps. For two reasons. One, it then has a chance of hitting them, but two, it's easier for the wicket-keeper's gloves, you know. They're already there type of thing.
Polly, do you remember Kingsmead, my first test series? You were in a very similar position of my call.
When we were trying to save the test match. Run out, trying to save a test match by A.B. de Villiers. Thanks, A.B. Oops, that's not a good sign.
Oh, ouch, that's a really bad sign. The umpires have got to hang on. They've got to give it their best chance. Again, a big switch in the field for Markram. Third man up. Square third man and cover back. So I was just talking about Markram, and he goes through the gears well. So in the power play period, he scores at 115 as his strike rate. Then in the middle overs at 133, and the death overs, he's got a strike rate of 187. So what we're saying is, if he can hang on in here for another couple of overs, he can burst out of the box.
I absolutely love watching him play. I think he's one of the most stylish right-hand batsmen that I've seen.
Oh, four. Well, it's a good delivery, but we're not at the stage where slips are playing a part in the game. 115 for 3.
टफी के बाल इतने सॉफ्ट हो गए इसको धुलाई करके
बस एक हाथ दिखाएंगे और देंगे रॉक स्टार वाली अकड़। इसलिए सीएट सिक्योर ड्राइव जो दे हर स्पीड पे पकड़। सीएट, इट हेल्प्स।
वाह, फिर से छुट्टी?
हाँ ब्रो।
इतने में अगर मार्केट ऊपर गया और मैं नहीं तो?
मगर मैं
प्रॉपर रिसर्च कर।
He's on 5 now. So that's what I would have done.
Oh, he bowled.
Mahesh Dikshana is back into the attack with his variation. This is his 4th over. He's none for 19 so far. And Aidan Markram has just gone to 50. He's done it almost surreptitiously. He's played beautifully, undemonstrably. He's really been in command of his game. 40 balls, 50 runs, 4 fours, a 6, striking at 125, and ready for the push.
You walk in at 10 for 2, and you get 50 or 40 balls. Big game. That's what you want your big players to do.
Well done,
That's what you want your captain to do.
There it is, quietly spoken, understated sort of guy. Very serious about his cricket. Hurts deep when it doesn't work for him. And he has a chance to make a mighty name for himself here.
Oh! Say 4. What's that?
Just goes a little early, Markram, and Tikshana follows him. It's a pretty hard take for Matthew Wade. Just got to wait. If you're going to go to someone like Tikshana, you've got to wait as late as you can before you move. High, hard, and out of the playing area.
I thought you were going to go high, hard, and handsome. But that was beautifully timed. Dragged down. Tikshana hasn't offered up many bad deliveries, but this one he would be disappointed with. And Markham was on it into an absolute flash.
Yeah, from the start of his innings, I felt that he was setting up for this slider the whole time, and then almost just adapting to the offie. And that's exactly I'd like to watch batters play this guy. Is wait for that skidder, and the rest you can adapt to. And Markram from the start is the only player in this game so far that's done that, I think.
Now he throws his hands at the ball. Gets a couple more. I do think it's an art to stay back when you're looking to hit hard. And I'm sparing your blushes. You're the master of that. There's a lot of people want to come at the ball, to run at the ball, or to take the big forward press step to go to hit the ball hard. But actually, if you stay back, you can get the bounce of the ball.
Oh, catch!
It's going to land safely. Just, 100 class has been a good example this season of someone who's done exactly that way as well. Mark, 126 for 3 after 15.
इनकी अब ये लाइफ है, कंट्रोल करता पाइल्स है, सोसाइटी के चेयरमैन यू जो चेयर से डरे बोलो क्यों?
करवाऊं मैं जो सर्जरी तो लॉन्ग होगी रिकवरी, लाइफ को होल्ड पे रखना नहीं होगा मुझसे डॉक्टर जी।
तो प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना। प्रेस्टीन केयर के एडवांस लेजर ट्रीटमेंट्स दें मिनिमम कट और बेटर रिकवरी। जब पाइल सर्जरी हो करवाना, प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना।
Made for rocks. Ride through sand. Tame every turn. Rule every terrain. 0-degree steel-belted radials. Engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires. Eurogrip tires by TVS.
Parties in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Tend with as well. Here's Williams.
Mightily impressed with Aidan Markram this evening. The guys before us were talking about the impact that he has had on the game. At 10 for 2, he walked out to bat, and I've been looking and asking for Aidan Markram to show everybody how good that he actually is. A lot been said about him. Maybe De Villiers is talking about how stylish he is as a right-handed batter. You can be as stylish as you want, but you've got to score runs. And this evening, in a big game, in a huge game, he's turning up.
And we're hoping that man in picture turns up as well on the big occasion. And a strong 5 overs for Sunrisers Eastern Cape can propel them to score between 175, 184 if they go at 12 and over. Markham has been outstanding so far, but the job's not done yet.
Last 5 overs, 55 for 1. So definitely headed in the right direction. It was the only way he was going to get out, actually, Herman. Run out. He'd tried a few times. Oopsie. Slowly gone wrong. Yeah, look at the bounce here. 8-1. That's Centurion. Have a look at tonight. The white ball bouncing on average that bit higher. So more bounce today, and there have been some nasty ones. Oh, that's banged away. That has absolutely smited.
He's under pressure now, Williams. He's under a lot of pressure because I think this is now the point where Aidan Markram is going to pull the trigger. He's striking at 139. Have a look how hard he hits this. There are some players around that hit the ball hard, but I think it's quite impossible to hit the ball harder than that. Extra covers on the boundary. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's not got a meter off the ground, and it's only had 3 bounces on the way to the boundary. When he hits it, it stays hit. His left foot comes out the way now, and it's about smack.
Excellent. Excellent work by Reza Hendricks. Some ground to make up going to his left, and he did make it up. ICC Women's T20 World Cup begins tomorrow. Home side, South Africa taking on Sri Lanka. It's in Cape Town. Sunelus Charit Al-Salanka. Oopsie.
This almost bowls him. He gets that far ahead, it's not even called wide. Sorry, that far across, it's not even called that wide. It goes over leg stump. Oh, so close. He would, as a batter, think that was so close to going for 4. That's the difference in the mindset.
Chamaria Atapatu. Mix my names up there. Oh, that's another. It's wide again. No, it's no ball.
Yeah, he started his spell of bowling earlier on with an absolute beauty to Temba Bavuma. He was on fire in his first spell, but the pressure has been transferred by this Sunrisers Eastern Cape batting lineup. And the tables have turned around. Lazard Williams is under pressure.
This will do nicely at the back end. Yeah, it just gets stuck in his hand as he tries to go over and kind of bowl it seam up and short. It pulls it down. Oh, banged away. Nobody's stopping that. It's gone into the crowd. Just what Stubbs would have needed. Perhaps this allows him to cut loose.
Yeah, that's his first maximum of the evening. 16 overs gone, 141 for 3. And we're heading for a fan craze strategy break.
Changing plan. Meet me at the cafe.
ये क्या अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे? टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है। कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज।
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
कॉफी के बाल इतने सॉफ्ट हो गए इसको धुलाई करके।
बस एक हाथ दिखाएंगे और देंगे रॉक स्टार वाली अकड़। इसलिए सीएट सिक्योर ड्राइव, जो दे हर स्पीड पे पकड़। सीएट, it helps.
You don't want me to sing? What about dancing? You just want me to say the lines. Download Cred now to pay all your bills, credit card, electricity, to win big rewards. I thought this was a Cred ad.
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis-Philippe Sheen.
Boy, you turn me on. You turn me on. Cooling sensation that excites you like never before and makes you say, wow, that was intense. New Durex Intense, make it intense.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
That'll do. They're under pressure, aren't they? They're under pressure. The Joburg Super King bowlers. You got Markham 65 or 47. You got Stubbs who's just hit his first 6. He's 13 of 7. They're just set to pull the trigger.
Rodney, our statsman, has just said that nobody has chased over 180 in this tournament so far. So that has to be the number for Eastern Cape Sunrisers. Oh, he's hit that so hard. It's the short boundary. Half a bat, it's 6.
And it's dropped in the crowd. They've not turned up today, have they? They're normally very good here.
Just been sat out there for the last half an hour or so, Pom, and there's a lot of stuff that's being consumed on the brass banks this evening. Started early, and I think that's the reason. You take your pick there, anywhere on the screen, and you can see everybody's enjoying themselves.
Yeah, had to adjust that time. Not the pace he thought would be on it, and to slow the swing. But he's going beautifully here as Markram, 7-2 from 49. Had to first perform the rescue act, and now here he is at 72 and looking to change gears with Stubbs. Partnership, 40 from 20.
Last night, and Riley was going so well, and he thought that he was on as the 150 comes up, and he hit what he thought was one of his favourite shots straight to deep square leg. That's, I think, what's Markram and Stubbs have to be careful of. Yeah, partnership of 41. They don't just want to give their wicket away. Yeah, certainly if it's up there and it's in the arc, you've got to put it away, but just don't give that soft dismissal. Clear the ropes, finish the innings, get that 180.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like the description, Kevin, in that when it's there and you don't clear the ropes, because the range hitting is practiced so much, it's an error in the same way as a guy kind of maybe even more so than if he nicks one.
Well, you've got to have the get out clause. So and now I think Markram's thinking 6-4. I think Stubbs is thinking 6-4. And you can see by the way that they played there. But if it's not in your area, you do have to make sure that you rotate strike, you pick up a couple. Can't just be a 6 and out. 6 and out doesn't work now.
Yeah, and it's so clear when you watch some of the top wild ball batters, T20 batters of the world at the moment. Butler in particular comes to mind. The clarity in terms of the particular deliveries that they're looking to hit out the ground, and when it's not there, making the adjustment.
Makani Simbine there. And some Sundowns players. Nice shot. Stubbs helps it onto the onside. He's got the power, and it's gone for 4. 16 of this one. 157 for 3.
झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झांके रे झांके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झांके रे झांके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
वाह, फिर से छुट्टी?
हाँ ब्रो।
इतने में अगर मार्केट ऊपर गया और मैं नहीं तो?
मगर मैं
प्रॉपर रिसर्च करके मुझे इन्वेस्ट करो। छुट्टी कैंसिल।
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है। गेट ईटी मनी, जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है। अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ। डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ।
The score on the board. Oh, it's gone a long way up. Makanya not able to get there.
When it's going for you, it's going for you. Flying ants everywhere. A flying cricket ball. A flying cow corner. He just couldn't get there. Almost. Almost. You're not thinking about staying in on for ropes here. You are right back on the ropes. So these kinds of catches, these opportunities, they're going to be a lot more difficult. Unless they travel over the 30-yard circle. Very, very hard to catch them.
He's got that. He's got that all right. Another 6 to Aiden Markram. He goes on and on into the 80s now.
Absolutely loves batting at this ground as Aiden Markram. He's been threatening all competition to come to the party. It's the big stage in the semi-final, and he's delivering a performance for his team at the moment, and he's not done yet, KP.
Yeah, it's brilliant, Ash. It's absolutely brilliant. Loving the fact that he's actually turned up in this fixture, such a big fixture.
Oh, it's another maximum snap. Markram's got the power. Oh, yes. What a time to bring up your biggest, your highest T20 score. Magnificent, this.
You just heard it off the bat, and you saw it fly through the air. Look at that. Look at the crunch. Hear the noise. Markram's on. He's chasing plenty. They're 9 away from that 180. And the crowd catching is shocking.
It has been shocking tonight. Didn't quite get that. He'll pick up another 2. Excellent stuff this. They've recovered really well.
10 for 2, 10 for 2 upon when he came to the crease. Aiden Markram, he's played an absolute gem of an innings here for his team.
Nobody joining them in the Betway Catch 2 million. They've had enough opportunities and they've just put them down. We expected coming to Pretoria again that it won't just be those 5, that there'd be more. But nope, not tonight, not yet anyway.
Those 9 dudes are thinking, don't you dare catch him, because anybody who catches them, they're losing ammo. They're losing cash. Flying ants, play your role. Make sure that they don't catch him. Knock him out the way. Smart, clever. It's not about brute force. It's also about skill. These guys are so skilled.
Excellent batting here from Aiden Markram. Just a little shimmy across the crease. Pedal around the corner. Not all brute force, Kev. touch of class.
I'll tell you what, Shepherd's gone for 53 and he's got a ball to bowl here. Well, that's what you call the distance, lads. That has been mowed.
Yeah, the big size of 14 and prevents it going down the ground. This over's gone for 21. It's 178 for 3.
Let me guess. You want me to be dressed up like an 80s hero and recreate old Bollywood song? Not Bollywood. 80s Kannada song. Santoshake Talakke Kunidu. Just say the line. Download Cred and never miss a single due date. This is a Cred ad, right?
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis Philippe Sheen.
Party's in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम।
Shot, shot. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What about that to bring up 100? Did you hear the screams? It wasn't Markram screaming. It was his partner Stubbs, because he's that happy for him. Semi-final, big game, big man, the skipper leading right from the front. Top knock.
Oh, I was calling for a big performance from the big man, Pommy, in the big match. Aidan Markram, he's been threatening all competition. He's at his home ground, Centurion. And what a fantastic innings we've seen here tonight.
Have a look at the celebration. I think we're going to see the celebration, and that is somebody who knows that he needed to perform. He needed to get everybody back off his back. Oh, no, no, no. Also good, but he was so good. They're 184 for 3. Outstanding batting from Markram.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic innings from the big man in the big match. The second semi-final, Aidan Markram. He's entertained, thoroughly entertained this crowd at Centurion. Came to the crease at 10 for 2. Team under pressure. And each and every one has come to applaud this effort from Aidan Markram. He goes for 100 or 58. And the Sunrisers Eastern Cape 184 for 4.
Made for mountains, made for rain. Tame every turn, rule every terrain. 0-degree steel-belted radials, engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires. Eurogrip tires by TVS.
Such pressure. 10 for 2. A load of 30s. And he delivers the big game, the big player.
Jordan Cox has walked out to the middle.
Ahead of Janssen.
That's the shot that gets him to 100. Oh, brilliant. Third 100 in the comp. Nicely worked. It'll just be a single. Stubbs to the strike and Stubbs to take over now. Oh, this is brilliant. Passion. Holy talk about emotion. There's Dad. Couldn't hold the tears back. They are tears of joy. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
Isn't it amazing, the emotion of sport? And also what parents do for their kids. That's up, that's a chance. There's been 2 opportunities and both have been taken in this over.
Yeah, it's Lazard Williams again. He strikes back with a double strike as he did earlier in the innings. He gets both Markram and Stubbs. And he's leading the fight back here for the JSK.
Yeah, 2 really good strikes, because think about what 8 deliveries that they could face between them and what danger they could do, what damage they could do. He's gone for 20, a good cameo from Stubbs. It's 185 for 5.
Let me guess, you want me to be dressed up like an 80s hero and recreate old Bollywood song? Not Bollywood. 80s Kannada song. Santoshake, Talakke Kunidu. Just say the line. Download Cred and never miss a single due date. This is a Cred ad, right?
Fielded. Good work by Wade behind the stumps. 8 and 2 wickets. 186 for 5.
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation, so I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne, so now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com।
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
वाह, फिर से छुट्टी?
हाँ ब्रो।
इतने में अगर मार्केट ऊपर गया और मैं नहीं तो?
मगर मैं
प्रॉपर रिसर्च करके मुझे इन्वेस्ट करो। छुट्टी कैंसिल।
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है। गेट ईटी मनी, जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है। अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ। डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ।
Oh, that's well done. That's really well done. That is excellent from Marco Jansen. We'll have to check if it's a no ball.
It's been called, Tom. It's been called a no ball by umpire Taylor. He adjusted beautifully. Did Jansen just to open the face and get himself a boundary down to third man. And now, well, he's got a free hit.
Well, if it's over his waist. Free hit still. It's wide.
Yeah, he's going to have to bowl that again, and I think a lot of the international viewers are probably having a look and seeing what are those things flying around. They're flying ants, and I think that they come out when the rain is done. I'm hoping it is. The fact that the rain is done. Nothing to worry about. It's not bees, it's not anything. Players are good.
Marco Jansen, he's had an impact in this tournament. They were struggling. You remember right at the beginning, Sunrisers Eastern Cape had to get a wriggle on. They did. Jansen, many a time, rescuing them with bat in hand. And what about this for a stat? 1 every 8 balls is hit out the ground.
Yeah, he won that first game for them in Cape Town. They went 3 on the bounce from there.
He's done well to reach that. Oh, might have felt it was better to leave it alone. Get the wide.
Take it, take it!
Yeah, keep an eye on the umpires, Pomp. Keep an eye on the umpires. Checking the height here for the no ball.
It's a no ball. I think that's a no ball, Palm. I think he's going to have to bowl it again. Yeah.
There you go.
No ball. There's been a lot of extras in the last 10 to 15 minutes. 13 extras there has been. Not ideal. It's not what Stephen Fleming, it's not what Eric Simons will be thinking is acceptable at this stage of the game. In this match, semi-final.
Six up. Just walks inside it, and that short boundary, well, it's too short. 200 comes up. And it's the third straight 200-plus score on this ground. None of them, by the way, have been chased down.
Fantastic shot this from Cox. He goes deep. He goes offside. He gets the length. And he bangs it over square leg.
How's he continued bowling, though? Like 2 over the waist, and that's it. You're gone, aren't you? Oh, well done. Excellent.
He might not be gone from bowling, Pom, but he's gone from the centre stage. Cox is tonking him. Looking up now, and you're seeing 19.3 overs, and you see a coach that is absolutely fuming. And he must be fuming, because I know Stephen Fleming very, very well, as do a lot of us. He does not react like that. Never. Never ever seen a coach like Stephen Fleming react like that. He is livid. He's hit this one nicely as well as Cox. Fuck Du Plessis giving chase. And a top piece of fielding. Through for 3. And they'll be concerned about that. Will be the JSK. That's the main man.
Well, what about this for a last over? .25. That's what it's yielded to this point. There was a hand on that, but it didn't slow it down too much. Took all of his speed, Faf Du Plessis, to pull that back. Knee getting a little stuck in the turf as he is trying to slide. There's a jarring there. And so some pain, but he's all right, he's up. Still a couple of balls to go to finish off. I heard the noise up here of that swing.
What about the score here, Pom? 211 for 5. Saw the start. Bavuma got out for naught. He got out first ball from an incredible delivery from Williams. Sean Pollock was talking about a trampoline on a length. And we thought it was going to be difficult for batting. We thought it was a bowler's paradise. Well, at 211 for 5, Markram, well, he certainly set the scene.
They'll run 2 byes. Yep, that's it. 27 off the final over. Oh, that's just propelled them beautifully to a score they'd be ecstatic about, particularly from 10 for 2. 213 for 5. Yep. Sunrisers Eastern Cape, they were put in.
They were put in, Pom, you're quite right. And no one has chased over 180 to win a game in this season's Betway SA20. I can tell you something right now, it's not going to be a good...
ये है Rapido वाला confidence. Rapido का वाला लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक. पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ. अब टाइम से पहुंचो. Rapido, बाइक वाली टैक्सी. डाउनलोड नाउ.
have the best young prodigios. Why watch anything else?
That is astonishing.
La Liga, streaming free on Geo Cinema.
Don't miss the final of the first edition of the SA20 League. Watch the final on 11th February, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Live on the Geo Cinema app, Sports 18 and Colors Tamil.
We're just one innings away from finding out the second finalists of the SA20, and from where we stand, it's not easy to guess because the Sunrisers may have had a rocky start, but their skipper, Aiden Markram, had very different plans for them. He may have lost the toss today, but he wasn't going to leave anything else to luck today. They started off with 10 for 2 and they made a total of 213. That's right. So the Super Kings have to chase a target of 214 if they want to land up in the finals. Welcome back to Match Center Live. I'm Supriya and I'm in conversation with Akash. Akash, I don't think it gets more high pressure than this, right? Semi-final, you're 2 wickets down, you come in and then you score a century.
I mean, and against all odds, actually, Supriya, for a simple reason that there was enough help in it for the faster bowlers and therefore 10 for 2. And everybody, whoever was there at the ground as well, they say it's sticky, even the spikes are sticking onto the surface. There's so much help for the seamers. It is going to be a slightly low-scoring affair. Yes, earlier games had yielded 200 plus every single time, but this was, after the start, looked something else. But then Aiden Markram. I mean, Aiden, the class of Aiden, he's technically very compact, and that allows him, just liberates him and allows him to do things like this. This is like almost like a Superman effort from the captain, leading from the front, leading by example. And this is where he's actually got his team too. Right. And now, of course, one captain has done it. It's down to the other captain, because if Faf does not fire, for whatever reason, things will be very different. But look at that. Just the sixes propelling Sunrisers Eastern Cape to a huge total. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7 sixes. Wow.
Right. And here you can see, you know what, when he scored his century, there were tears of joy. This is his family sitting. You can absolutely understand, because there was a lot of nervousness, caution, and then the places that he went to.
Wow. I mean, see, that's goosebump stuff, because
Right.
You don't play alone. See, when we are actually as players on the field, we are only thinking about the ball that's coming towards us and nothing else. Because, of course, you should not be. But then just think about the families. They're sitting outside. They can do absolutely nothing.
Right.
So they do feel the pressure without the ability to actually respond to it or do something about it. And you're chanting, you're praying, you're hoping, you're thinking, you're believing something will happen. And those were joy, like tears of joy. And it just tells you how much it means to the family. It must be the father. Maybe somebody else is sitting down there, all teary-eyed. This is beautiful.
No, absolutely. And I think even as fans, you know, one can understand, because all of that high pressure situation, there are times, you know, you're just sitting with your fingers crossed and you're like, anything from here. But you know what, if you're talking about Markram, it's only fair that we talk about the second wicket partnership that he had with Herman, because that's where they really got going. You know, they slowly stabilized the innings and then gained momentum.
Yeah, Herman is actually a young kid. I remember him playing the first game against Pal Royals at Ballin Park. That was when he actually scored 40 odd runs and looked quite organized. Since then, he played one more knock that was at their home ground and then went quiet. But this time around, he was good. He is, again, technically very compact sort of batsman. Ran his luck a little bit today, wherein some of the shots were, yes, delectable, but then some amount of luck also went his way. You'll find this boundary where a missed time shot, once again a boundary in his kitty. And then this is a free hit, no ball, or rather no ball that he converts it into a 6. So Herman, once again, I mean, he was committed to the cause, got run out in the end, perhaps got out at the right time, because he went and Tristan Stubbs came in.
Correct,
and even though he scored only 20, but they were quick fire 20. And then Jordan Cox, everybody just went hammer and tongs, and that's what you wanted. And now runs on the board. Suddenly Faf is thinking, did I actually do the right thing, winning the toss and bowling first?
Tell me, what do you think? Did he do the right thing by choosing to bowl first?
Hindsight is perfect vision. So at that point in time, he was worried about a few things. Pitch under cover for 2 days, which was quite evident in the first 2 overs itself. He was talking about the weather around, and we saw some rain.
Right.
So from those vantage points, he did the right thing, because you don't want to get yourself caught in a situation when there's DLS in play and you don't have bat in hand, you have ball in hand. So you want to do that thing second. But now 214, wow, that's like a mountain to climb.
Right, and this was the 18th over where they got 21 runs. This is probably where Markram starts thinking, I'm glad I lost the toss, I'm glad I batted first.
And you know the funny thing, Romarius Shepherd, this was a matchup of the game. He's dismissed Markram a couple of times. He came in, captain threw the ball to him, come on Romario, do your thing. And he got hammered, not once, but twice and thrice. So every time he bowled to Markram, Markram actually went after him. Faf was thinking about the matchup and he was just sizing him up quite nicely. And that over, of course, was a game-changing over. And then they just got derailed. Gerald Quedza last over, we've never seen him bowl so pedestrian in this entire tournament. But when your just innings get derailed, I think everybody, they just starts falling like 9 pins.
Well, it's all up to the Super Kings now, who have to chase a massive target of 214. The Sunrisers have definitely set up that total in a very emphatic way. They'll be counting their watches down to see when they get back onto the ground. Well, you stay with us, because on the other side, we'll be heading back to the Centurion as well for the second innings.
Butler's swag, Faf's power, Archer's accuracy, Quinton's brilliance, Markram's intensity, Nokia's pace. Watch them and many more T20 superstars in a new T20 league. SA20, 10th January to 11th February. Live on JioCinema.
He's a, what's the word I'm looking for? He's an effort bowler, almost like a Flintoff. It almost hit the bat harder than you think. And I've always found Flintoff difficult as well. So that's Magala, strong at the wicket, hard into the deck. He gets everything out of the pitch, and that's what makes him difficult.
I say bowls a heavy ball. That's the description. Yeah, jars the bottom hand. Oh, no. That's only turned around in disgust twice in an over. They're freebies to anybody who can bat, and Marisa Hendricks can bat.
I'm going to say it again. That's exactly what JSK needed from the start. Conventional opening batsman who makes the outfield at Centurion Park work for him. Conventional shots into spaces. Riza with great balance here and getting another boundary for his team.
You've got to have a giggle. We've had 16 balls and the pinch hitters still only faced one of them. Way safe and away for 4. Actually well timed. Whether it stopped in the pitch a bit, whether he took all the pace off the ball and did the batsman, I don't know, but it's a boundary that is much needed. Yeah, he didn't go too hard at it. I think it is the extra bounce of the surface that is quite steep and makes it go up and over. And they'll be happy that it wasn't Marco Jansen feeling in that position, because that could have almost been the third. This has been one of those days where you dare not take your eye off the ball. If you turn away, you miss something. Every ball has had a fascination. 20 for 2. A further 194 needed. And there are 4 of them. This is a gorgeous start from the very best of Riza Hendricks. 3 gone, 24 for 2. I'm giving him credit for this.
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis Philippe Sheen.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम जीतो करो।
Oddly enough, and it's worth focusing on this for a second, Joburg Super Kings are ahead of where the Sunrisers were at the same stage. Or no, they're not. They're a tad behind. 24 for 2 is against 26 for 2. Nothing in it.
So we all agree Gerald Coetzee was sent out to be a pinch hitter. So what role does he play now?
I mean, he's got 4 runs in the tournament, so I'm not quite too sure what to expect. You'll know more about how he plays normally. Is he a big hitter? Does he hit it straight down the ground? Does he go up the short pitch?
I think he's a powerful man, but I'm just saying, does he try and play a top order innings now, or does he pinch it?
Cast. I think that's missing leg side, or he's hit it, or it just didn't feel right. Missing leg stump, I reckon. Yeah, very good question. What role does he play now? I think he's still going to try and target the first 6 overs, because when a person of limited experience in this kind of situation starts to try and play a little bit more conservative or changes his game plan, that's when they end up chewing up a lot of deliveries. So I think once he recognizes something, he's still got to try and go. I mean, the role of the pinch hitter is you send him up there and you give him license, because if he gets out, it doesn't really matter, because at the back end of the innings, what kind of contribution was he going to make anyway? So they've still got that same order.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got to have a go. Riza's your main man here. He's got to get a good 80 of 60 balls. It doesn't have to be too fast, but the guys around him will have to fire tonight, all of them.
Well, he gets on strike now, so we'll see. There's 2 balls in the over left. Coetzee has 1 run from 3 balls. I tell you what, Marco Jansen and his athleticism
He's remarkable. Every time a ball goes to a 6'9", 6'11", what is he? He just gets down and picks it up as almost a 5'10" Jonty Rhodes would. There's no effort to it. It's just so rare to see such a tall man field so well. Swing and a miss.
The problem that Kritsia faces, when you say he's got 4 runs in the tournament, it tells you that he hasn't batted much. And proper bowlers on a proper occasion, on a pitch that's got a bit of life in it, you know, it's not like easy just to come out and it's a heck of a gamble sending him in. And of course you're sending him in because you think Faf's at the other end driving the narrative. He isn't. He's gone.
End of the fourth, 26 for 2.
Made for rocks, ride through sand, tame every turn, rule every terrain. 0-degree steel-belted radials, engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires, Eurogrip tires by TVS.
You don't want me to sing? What about dancing? You just want me to say the lines. Download Cred now to pay all your bills, credit card, electricity, to win big rewards. I thought this was a Cred ad.
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Joburg Zero, packaged drinking water.
They had 2 or 3 number 3s padded up and waiting, and that is drilled through extra cover. Well, this so far is the Reza Hendricks that we've all come to admire. We haven't seen a lot of him in the tournament. If we could have, I don't know, 15 overs of him, wow.
It's almost like because he's been thrust to number 4, he's like come out with the attitude of I'll show you. And how good a shot is that? It was airborne, and Sunrisers thought just maybe there might be the 3rd wicket on the board, but the placement was supreme.
My point about those 2 Sri Lankans was they could both bat. So they didn't waste balls. That's the point. You know, the worry about somebody who's got 4 runs in the tournament as a tail ender is that he can waste balls.
Are you telling me Sanath wasn't an opening batsman before then?
Well, he was an all-rounder originally, and it was that promotion that turned him into an opening batsman.
Yeah, I'm thinking of, when you talk about pinch hitters, I'm thinking of other examples, like my first series, Philip de Freitas came in at number 3.
This is not easy, and it'll just be out of reach. Oh, it wasn't out of reach. What an effort.
Yeah, Braden Carse was the man, and he did brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. He covered a lot of ground. He kept his eye on the ball, coming over the shoulder, and you're running at high speed like that's not easy. And he got a hand to it, both hands.
He moved so quick, Polly, didn't he? Like a sprinter's stride he had to the ball. I'll say it again, you daren't turn away. Every ball, look at that fly through and be taken above head height.
Yeah, that's another example of that steep bounce, particularly with the new ball.
Yes, Otniel Bartman is the bowler. We've hardly had time to focus on the change. Magada out of the attack. He did all the hard work, didn't he? It's the hardest thing, running backwards over your shoulder. You've covered, I don't know, 25 yards at pace.
Yeah, the key is your eyes. Your eyes are bouncing all over the show because of how fast you're running.
Yeah, so coming back to the bounce tonight, there's the Babuma dismissal. Very unlucky. It's great to see Thames in such great form. And there's that bounce we're talking about. If you hit the deck hard, it rewards you. Not easy. You've got to be in batter to look after those kind of things.
So the bounciest one yet, it seems, from that graphic. And when we were introducing the show, we talked to AB about exactly that, and he picked that bounce, 33 for 2.
change in plan. Meet me at the cafe.
চলে আয় রে।
Well, it's very similar still to Sunrise's start. So there's only 2 in it still, 34 for 2, JSK 36 for 2. And it's similar too in the way that they're just quietly here taking the sting out of that early assault by the Sunrisers attack. And the sort of heightened senses by the 2 wickets they got, Faf du Plessis and Lewis Deploy. So you've got to calm the game down and you've got to be prepared to take this very deep. You ain't going to win this in a hurry. If you're going to pull off a miracle, it's going to come right at your death.
Another swing and a miss. I think the key period is going to be after this power play. Roelof van der Merwe, he's been the magic genie for the Sunrisers. Ever since he's been in and around, they've started to win and things are going according to plan. And then the other contributions come from Aiden Markram. When we looked at the MVP of the tournament list, he was up there at #1 because of the contributions he's made with the ball. No left-handers at the crease now, but I think that first over or 2 from Roelof van der Merwe will really set the tone for the middle overs.
Well, could see a 4 from 11 balls. It's kind of, the stats are telling the story there.
The thing is, Mark, there's enough in this deck, and I don't feel the JSK bowlers asked enough questions in that first innings. There were 20, 30 runs given away, and as a captain, I think when Faf walked off the field, he knew there was too many soft deliveries, and the Sunrisers Eastern Cape bowlers are making the JSK guys work for every single run they get.
Well, it could have been 2 in this if they'd gone, oh, they have gone. They needed to.
Yeah, Reza Hendricks, when he runs through there, there's something that's not right. He's looking a little bit uncomfortable as he jogged through. I don't know if he's got a little niggle in his hamstring or calf or quad.
Oh, it's a heck of a crowd. Given Pretoria aren't playing tonight, there's no home team to support. It's a wonderful vibe out there. There won't be any stopping that either. Wonder the boundary's so quick that the guy at third man didn't cover more than, I don't know, a yard or 2.
Yeah, Aiden Markram's probably going to be saying, oh man, he was holding his slip for as long as possible. He actually had him in the last over. All of a sudden there's a change, he takes him out, and that's that extra bounce that Marco Jansen, probably a little bit late to move, Rossington, but anyway, another boundary. 6th of the evening so far, Hendricks.
Yeah. The room of the fielder. Bales fly. 6 have gone. End of the power play. 42 for...
Italian. और मैं खाऊं बैंक में धूल. मैं तो shut up. मार्केट्स, इकोनॉमी, इंटरेस्ट रेट अच्छे से रिसर्च करो और मुझे अभी इन्वेस्ट करो. चलो.
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है. गेट ईटी मनी. जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है. अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ. डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ. अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो. गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम. विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो. डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com. इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है. जिम्मेदारी से खेलें.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस. रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक. पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ. अब टाइम से पहुंचो. रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी. डाउनलोड नाउ.
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
Neck and neck in terms of runs and wickets here.
Yes.
Yeah, neck and neck, and also requiring that the same sort of rescue act be done. It's uncanny how in comparison it's so close. And I guess you want it to be like that in a semi-final, big knockout game. You want it to go down to the wire. They're going to have to play pretty well, Joburg Super Kings, if it is going to go down to the wire. Remember, statistically, 180 plus has not been chased down in the tournament at all, anywhere. Someone has to get to grips with this surface and match the Markram innings. What's most effective? That's the question. And you see how different. Think about how the different heights of all those bowlers. Bartman, you'd probably say, is the shortest of the lot. Then Makala. Then Cast, then Janssen. And your expectation actually would be that the taller they are, the closer they'll be able to pitch it. But it's also that bit more difficult for them because their natural length may be further back.
Also the surface that they're playing, we've just seen that length, slightly short of length, back of the length into the surface is the one that's effective.
Oh, big shout, but might well have been some bat on that. It also seemed maybe angling down the leg side. They're thinking about it. Not too much. Off they go.
You saw Bartman just pull out of the appeal. He was obviously the one who went up first, but his reaction was more like probably sliding down. He does wrap him on the back foot. I just reckon it was missing leg stump.
Towards us, somebody whoops on the hand and down, and down.
He's picked that up off his legs and he's done well. There was pace on, it was in the arc, and he gets it away. 64 meters, he got a hand to it in the crowd. A spilt opportunity for the Betway Catch 2 million. It's been the ground so far in terms of that opportunity. Pommy, 5 catches here. And they've got plenty of balls that have flown into the crowd. None taken.
Not taking their opportunities, unfortunately. Oh, there you go. Just whacks Spidey's wire.
Spidey's webs have been given a bit of a shake.
Dead ball. Oh well.
Well, if anything, for me, that should have taken the pace off. I still went for 6.
Look, it's
the rules of the games.
Yeah,
we
it's
get
a
it.
batter's game. And if they get some bum luck every now and again, it doesn't matter. You've got to try again, Gerald.
I'm sure Sean Pollock disagrees with you, Pommy. Batter's game.
It's a batter's game. Total batter's game. They come to watch them, apparently. Right, here we go again. That's wide.
Well, you spoke about 180 and how that's been a score that hasn't been chased.
Oh, this was a few balls ago. Right? And they half appeal. They also heard 2 sounds, and he thought it was bat. It was giving us runs, actually. Whacked that beautifully. It went a long way. Dead straight back over the bowler's head. And that's a proper 6.
Yeah, he gets a 6 back. And this time further. It's 87 meters. Straight back over the bowler's head. He'll take that. Joburg Super Kings will take that. Good over so far, and he spoils it with that big hit.
Yeah, nicely done. 11 off the over. Getting some momentum. 53 for 2.
इनकी अब ये लाइफ है, कंट्रोल करता पाइल्स है, सोसाइटी के चेयरमैन यू जो चेयर से डरे, बोलो क्यों?
करवाऊं मैं जो सर्जरी तो लॉन्ग होगी रिकवरी, लाइफ को होल्ड पे रखना नहीं होगा मुझसे डॉक्टर जी।
तो प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना। प्रेस्टीन केयर के एडवांस लेजर ट्रीटमेंट्स दें मिनिमम कट और बेटर रिकवरी। जब पाइल सर्जरी हो करवाना, प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना।
Shout it out! Shout it out!
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
Duckworth Lewis Stern par is 79. There's a reason I'm telling you that. The Bulldog is into the attack, and straight away there's action. Not turning, just sliding towards the leg side, so they're not worried about that. They won't be checking it either.
There's been a couple of close shouts now. Yeah, they don't need to go up for that.
Oh, gone. Kutsir decides he's going to try and run down. That is through him so quickly. Is Roelof van der Merwe. Loves the action, loves the contest, and is always in it.
Yeah, he's in the contest right away. He was fired in, and he yorks himself. He comes down, runs at him. In the end, he just yorks himself. It was way too full in the end. And the Bulldog, well, he's into the action. His first wicket of the evening, third for Joburg Super Kings to fall. It is Kudzia who walks back for 12.
झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके, देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे, झांके रे झांके फ्यूचर को ये ताके, तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके, झांके रे झांके।
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Made for rocks, ride through sand, tame every turn, rule every terrain. 0-degree steel-belted radials, engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires. Eurogrip tires by TVS.
With the loss of a wicket, DLS par is up to 86.
It jumps with every wicket, doesn't it? It's not helping Joburg Super Kings with a little bit of rain in the air. That's Kudzia's wicket. Easy stumping in the end by Rossington.
Yes, Cassie. Yes, Cassie.
Tommy, we were talking about them being neck and neck a little while earlier, just before they lost the wicket. It's fine at the moment, but it's what happened at the back end of Sunrisers Eastern Cape's innings when they stirred up a storm with the runs, and it was runs galore. Aiden Markram with 100. And when you got 213, what you're chasing, you can't fall behind.
Down.
Yeah, in fact, it kind of has to work the other way around, where you've got to make sure that you use the power play to whittle down what you need to do in the rest of the game. Yes, you break it up into bits, but the power play has to do work for you. It didn't for Joburg Super Kings. It started in the worst way possible. You lose the guy who's getting you all the runs.
Get it.
Yeah, bit of rain in the air, by the way, guys. 8 done, 55 for 3.
When it comes to making your drive electric, never settle for the ordinary. Go EV with India's #1 EV, Nexon EV. Proven and trusted by over 40,000 customers. Feature loaded and safe, offering a premium driving experience. Now with enhanced range and an exciting new price. Nexon EV, drive what drove India electric.
पाँच में अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com।
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
Yeah, shots of catch it. Enough to get it away from the keeper, but not enough to make it go to fine leg. So it's gone too fine and gone for four. They'll take them however they come.
Yeah, Reza Hendricks won't mind this. And you know what it also does, it starts the over off with a boundary. It's just the line is just stirred slightly into the leg side. He's allowed Reza Hendricks to go for that shot.
Nice shot again. He tends to be this way, Reza Hendricks, where he'll turn up and when he bats really well, everything comes off the middle of the bat.
Well, apart from the one that just went to the boundary, everything else has been coming off the middle of the bat for him. We've been sitting down here and watching, he has sweetly been timing the ball.
Yeah, nicely worked. He'll pick up a single. They need some sort of flow. And these days, you think about it and you wonder, okay, in a position like this, what are you looking at for the last 4 or 5 overs? What is it that you can manage to get it down to? With 214 as a target, you don't get the luxury of just nudging it along. You have to try and manage that rate required so it doesn't get, I don't know, what, 15, maybe 15s for the last 5 if you're still in and someone's in, but that's a lot to do.
And it doesn't come off every day. In the modern game, you probably back your batters to get 15 over a period of 3, 4, 5 tops. But if you have the batters available to do that, well, they do have Matthew Wade. He played a blinder a few days back. Got a DRS turned in his favor, and he got 41 odd in no time, and he was the aggressor with Lias Deploy in that innings. Got a good partnership.
Scan to claim. You've probably already claimed fancraze.com. Yeah, play flash. Fancraze are the digital collectibles. I bet you he's on there. Beautiful. It's just one, but it's a lovely shot.
Well, a lot was spoken about the surface in terms of probably avoiding the cross-bat shots earlier on. AB spoke about it, but he also did mention that there will be plenty of runs. The pace on offer, the ball traveling, the fast outfield. And you never know. You never know. Reza Hendricks is out there. Wade is out there. Run rate just over 13.
Cut away. Loves it there, does Wade. And it's gone for 4. And that's him beginning, because it's his first boundary. 11 off. It's 66 for 3. And it's also a Fan Craze strategy break.
इनकी अब ये लाइफ है, कंट्रोल करता पाइल्स है, सोसाइटी के चेयरमैन यू जो चेयर से डरे, बोलो क्यों?
करवाऊं मैं जो सर्जरी तो लॉन्ग होगी रिकवरी, लाइफ को होल्ड पे रखना नहीं होगा मुझसे डॉक्टर जी।
तो प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना। प्रेस्टीन केयर के एडवांस लेजर ट्रीटमेंट्स दें मिनिमम कट और बेटर रिकवरी। जब पाइल सर्जरी हो करवाना, प्रेस्टीन केयर पे आना।
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com।
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
टफी के बाल इतने सॉफ्ट हो गए इसको धुलाई करके।
बस एक हाथ दिखाएंगे और देंगे रॉक स्टार वाली अकड़। इसलिए सीएट सिक्योर ड्राइव जो दे हर स्पीड तक पकड़। सीएट, it helps.
Let me guess, you want me to be dressed up like an 80s hero and recreate old Bollywood song, not Bollywood, 80s Kannada song. Santoshake Talakke Kunidu. Just say the line. Download Cred and never miss a single due date. This is a Cred ad, right?
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis-Philippe Sheen.
Parties in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Joburg Zero, packaged drinking water.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का वाला लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
66 for 3 after 9. And the Van Cray's strategy break done. Markram couldn't do any wrong with bat in hand.
It was quite
you wouldn't be
sensational.
surprised.
Sorry, but it was quite sensational.
It
was 100, the third 100 of the tournament. And what a time to bring it on. What a time to deliver in the semi-finals.
Spin!
Yeah, he was fantastic. The most impressive thing is that the pressure's on. You're the captain. You've got to make sure you pull them along. And that's exactly what he did through the tournament. He's kind of done it in bits. And so even though the teams got up to where they needed to get to, it wouldn't be him many a time. He'd start the rescue act but couldn't complete it. And in fact, as I think about it, Marco Jansson's been the man to rescue them many a time.
Down.
Not on his own.
Yes, cross.
They've kind of cobbled things together and people contributing here and there. But today, yeah, top job.
Well, he got all the pieces right today and he put them together in a perfect jigsaw, didn't he? And what was impressive was that he took his time to get in. He kept putting the bad ball away, but it was off proper cracking shots. He was smart about it.
Down.
And then in the end, he took the bowlers on. That's where Joburg Super Kings sort of started losing the plot. There was plenty of bad boundary balls on offer, and then he was in by that time and he put them away.
Yeah, you can just play normal cricket shots here.
Get it.
Particularly when you're the one setting a score. There's no scoreboard pressure. Halfway then, 72 for 3.
Go places. Go far.
ये क्या अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे? टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है। कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज।
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का वाला लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
Coming through to be able to play for their country and also play an innings like that on such a big occasion. It really was an exceptional performance by any standards, as I've said before, anywhere. The rate now is hardcore. This is a daunting thing. 14 and a half almost an over required. So you've just got to hang on in there. Take it deep. Give yourself a chance at the end. But it's so unlikely it wouldn't be far from a miracle in a run chase. Oddly, the scores are still exactly the same at this stage of the innings. But of course, the acceleration from Markram and others, Stubbs and people, was dramatic. And you've got the short boundary that you can attack. You know, there's things in your favour. Reza Hendricks is playing it very calm. He's 44 from 29, 7 fours in that. But even that striking at 151. So you know he's a game changer. With me, Ashwell Prince and Kevin Peterson.
Yeah, Reza Hendricks has started beautifully. He's just stroked it to the boundary so far. He's 150% strike rate, but he's hardly looked like he's played a shot in anger. It's been all timing, proper cricket shots. And while he's there, the game is on. Oh, get it.
What's your feeling, KP? Is this the right approach, or are they getting to the point at which they've got to push a little harder than this?
I was just having a little think there, Mark, and just having a look at the comparative scores and the like-for-likeness of what the game looks like right now. Matthew Wade, we know, has the ability to give it a good tonk. The boundaries are not big enough here to stop a chasing team. Reza Hendricks at 45 from 30 is striking at 150. So if you like it on a Aidan Markram basis, if you've got a Reza Hendricks who can get 110, 120, you've got a Matthew Wade who can get 70 off not many. I think this is the partnership. And, you're supporting the Joburg Super Kings and you like the yellow team. You still have the opportunity. This is not dead and buried. I think if they break this partnership, it's an issue. But these boundaries are very hard to defend here in Pretoria.
Such a good competitor, Rolf van der Merwe, by the way. It's two overs now, 1 for 8, 78 for 3.
Cooling sensation that excites you like never before and makes you say, wow, that was intense. New Durex Intense, make it intense.
Markram again. The other point about Reza Hendricks, and I really don't want to put the knockers on him, so I'm wary of saying it, but he's proven before he can play the innings. In the domestic one-day cup final last year, he made 160.
And it was equally as good, the ball striking, the timing, as it's been tonight. You know, there's so much control, even though he's going at a high tempo.
Oh, played, beautifully played. Left it late and then let the hands work hard.
Yeah, what the batters have got to make sure they don't do is allow the Sunrisers Eastern Cape spinners to just get through their overs quickly. You've actually got to pull the game back. You've got to slow the game down. Cannot let Markram just bowl. Van der Merwe just bowl. Next time you look up and there's a load of overs that are just passed you by. You want to make sure that you still make each delivery count. Put the bowler under pressure. Don't just let Markram run in and bowl here.
That single brings up the 50 for Reza Hendricks, 50 of 33 deliveries. And he's just stroked it all around the ground. Subdued celebration. He knows there's work to be done.
Yeah, it really isn't the time to be celebrating. Matthew Wade trying to hit too hard there. He's got 4 T2000s, Reza Hendricks. So he knows what he's about in this format of the game. Matthew Wade's got to play for him a bit. They've just got to keep moving. They can't waste balls here. That's a fantastic shot. Just gave himself enough room, and once you've done that with the footwork, the rest is straightforward.
88 for 3 from 12.
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour. Louis-Philippe Sheen.
Yeah, competitive scores at the moment, 96 for 2 and 88 for 3. And yes, the graph of the Sunrisers went steep towards the end, but of course, as
Catch it. 6. No one's catching that unless, no, unless someone's going to join the race for 2 million rand. But no. 360 sixes.
there's a lot of clarity about his betting at the moment, his options. He's been struggling throughout the competition so far. This is by far his best performance in the competition. He's come out today, even though he's got no form or had no form before this match, he's come out confidently and timing it beautifully.
And he's taking on the guy with the best economy rate in the tournament. Van der Merwe's only gone a tad over 5 and over, which is extraordinary in this form of the game. You've got to remember that Sunrise has scored at 16 and over from here.
Yeah, I was just going to make the point, and KP is saying if Riza can emulate the innings of Markram, and if Wade can play a partnership role as Stubbs and Herman played, you still have the ball striker of Donovan Ferreira towards the end, who can up the ante when they need to up the ante, but they've got to extend this partnership, keep going at the same pace that the Sunrisers were going.
Called too many of these games to know that this game is not over until that final delivery has been bowled. Crazy things have happened. And when you're playing at altitude and you know that the boundaries aren't very big, and you've got two quality batters out here, Marky, we've seen it.
We were together
in Sharjah.
IPL in the UAE, and match after match seemed to go to a super over, didn't it?
Yeah. Tripathi, wasn't it? Tripathi.
Oh, that was a Sharjah game.
Sheldon Cottrell. He scored about 90 or 4 overs. Thought the game was dead and buried.
Get it. Yours.
Just a single to finish here. 10 from the previous over, 10 from that. It's 98 for 3.
With Apollo Tires, have a wonderful day.
आज से मैं अपना गेम चेंज कर रहा हूँ। अरे क्रिकेट नहीं, मेरा नया मोबाइल गेम विंजो। गेम्स तमाम, जीतो करोड़ों इनाम। विंजो, अब गेम बदल दो। डाउनलोड फ्रॉम winzogames.com।
इस खेल में वित्तीय जोखिम है या आदत लग सकती है, जिम्मेदारी से खेलें।
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
in the house, come in and shout it out, shout it out.
Sing! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero, packaged drinking water.
Him dead, isn't it? It's madness. It's madness, but we've seen it.
Because we've been made foolish before.
Yes, yes. You might think we are fools, thinking 116 can't be gotten in 42 deliveries. Well, stranger things have happened in this form of the game. Look at that shot. Look at what Matthew Wade was trying to do then. You think that was possible 5, 6, 7 years ago? Look at the position he gets into here. Look at that. The game has changed.
Well, Cass was looking to the umpire as if to say, well, he turned himself into a right-hander, so is it a wide? But he didn't really turn himself into a right-hander. He'll try anything, this Matthew Wade. He can scoop it like you can't believe, and he can, oh no, he's out here. That is a very straightforward catch. So Bryden Cass wins that little battle. What an important wicket.
Yeah, big wicket in the context of this fixture in the semi-final. Key player Matthew Wade in partnership with Reza Hendricks. But it's a partnership that's been broken, and it's James Cass who gets the wicket. That's how much it means to him. Rula van der Merwe, you cannot keep him out of the game.
Yeah, well, their joy's complete, isn't it? Because they know they've given a problem to Hendricks. 19 for Wade.
ये क्या अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
वाह, फिर से छुट्टी?
हाँ ब्रो।
इतने में अगर मार्केट ऊपर गया और मैं नहीं तो?
मगर मैं
प्रॉपर रिसर्च करके मुझे इन्वेस्ट करो। छुट्टी कैंसिल।
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है। गेट ईटी मनी, जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है। अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ। डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ।
Mega performance in him. One moment where in harness with Reza Hendricks he can change a game. It's so unlikely. It's well, you know, the race now over 17 and over, but you have to believe, you have to take it deep. Matthew Wade just not getting anything like the middle of the bat on that.
When you walk out to bat and you have a look at what you need and you have a look at the deliveries that are left, 115 required from 40 balls. So if you do the 20 ball shift here, you got to get 60. Pereira's going to have to do something unbelievable. 60 from 20 rocks. There's two, and he's yet to get off the mark. I think that's a leg bar. I'm going to get two there. I think it's two leg bars, but if you're going to have to get 60 from 20 rocks, it's go from ball one.
I love the fact that he's panting after 2 balls. And he's really not even out the blocks yet. He's going to have to run a long race if anything's to happen here. All right, he's slapped one over cover, so he's away. That's good because he's seeing it nicely. He's stayed nice and still there.
Yeah, he's got no time to play himself in. He's got to play right from the start. Walks into the line and crunches it through the offside, so he's come out to play. He's played 1 box office innings in this competition so far. Can he play another?
Well, that was physical strength because that's hit quite high up on the bat. He's forced that into that space. And he's whipped that away to this fine fielder that is, when I say fine, I mean in angles. Not that he isn't a very good fielder. But that's quite clever to have this guy very fine, actually. There have been a lot of glances today, leg glances.
And it's going to be entertaining because I don't think Ferreira will be blocking any. It's off the inside edge, and then you've got Reza Hendricks at the other side batting on 58 from 37 rocks. I don't think he'll be blocking any. I don't think they can block any. Almost 3 runs a ball. Almost.
That's a good shot. It really is. He knew exactly what he was doing there. The ball back of a length. He stayed back and hit it on the up convincingly. 110 for 4.
Glide like the wind. Grip those slopes. Designed for control. Tested for sports. 0-degree steel-belted radials. Engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of 2-wheeler radial tires. Eurogrip tires by TVS.
Boy, you turn me on. You turn me on. Cooling sensation that excites you like never before and makes you say, wow, that was intense. New Durex Intense, make it intense.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का वाद, लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Parties in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sing. Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero packaged drinking water.
We're really onto something, and it's proved to be the case. 2 days away from the first final as Marco Janssen comes back into the attack now to bowl to Donovan Pereira. Oh, he's blistered that through mid-off.
Yeah, it's magnificent. This really is, it's high quality. Ashwell Prince said that he got a score at the start of the tournament and he showed everybody what he can do. He just played 2 cracking shots now through the extra cover region. One up-ish, he used muscle. Here he used power and he used placement. Find the gap. If you want to watch entertainment, if you want to watch some of the good players really take it to each other, well, sit on your couch, sit by your bar, sit in a cafe, sit wherever you are. Because in a semi-final, when you need 100 from 35, you will not be blocking.
And again. Oh, what good fielding. Oh, speed to the ball, smothers it, keeps it clean, flings it in. Jordan Herman.
Yeah, fantastic fielding. Donovan Pereira absolutely crunched this one as well. It went like a rocket, and the movement and the hands, balance. Fantastic piece of fielding for from the young man.
He's a good athlete, that guy. Oh, he can't quite catch it, can he? He almost stopped the boundary. He didn't stop it, but he almost did, running 20, 30 meters to his left.
It's high quality, this from Reza Hendricks. It's about placing the ball. And he just opened his wrists at the last second. You see the replay here. You saw all the power from Ferreira ball before, and he just crunched it into the offside. But have a look at the quality of Reza Hendricks here. A little bit wide, it might have been the slow ball, using the angle. Look at him open the face. Absolute quality. Reminds me of Mahela Jayawardene. Not all the power, not all the muscle, but just as effective. He's got 66 from 39. He's striking at 170.
And as you said, Kev, both of these now, they're not looking to block any balls. They're trying to maximize every opportunity, and you're just wondering how long can it continue for. They're looking for the boundaries, the 4s, the 6s. There's a change in the field. Where's he going next? Behind the wicket.
Well, it's exactly the field they had for Aiden Markram. 3rd man up and fine, 2 back behind square and in front of square on the offside. No sort of normal point or cover fielder. An extra cover and a mid-off back. And on the offside, on the leg side, the 2 back and mid-on and mid-wicket.
Aiden Markram was good enough to stand across his stumps and whip it through square leg. The option is definitely here with the left.
Crease.
It's basically 3 a ball. It's basically 3 a ball. That's what's needed. 3 a ball. 90 from 31, and they're not ruled out. Not yet. And now 6. Big 6-2. 15 rows back. Powerful flat strike of Marco Janssen. 130 for 4.
झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झांके रे झांके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झांके रे झांके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Far. It's where you dream a silly dream. Or a big one. Dream you're yet to dream. Go places. Go far.
Backhand right at the end. Just a single.
Yeah, and this is the moment of the game, in my opinion. Van der Merwe is the go-to guy under pressure, and he's bowling to the guy that I believe can still win the game for JSK, as long as Hendricks stay there with him.
Yeah, it's incredible. 83 from 29, and the talk is you can win the game from here. How this game has changed. 88 they scored off the last 5. Sunrisers Eastern Cape. Shouts of catch it. Man is there. Takes the catch. What about that? It's the Bulldog again.
It's the Magic Genie again. Ever since he's been introduced to the Orange Army, Roelof van der Merwe has allowed this team to play with so much more confidence. And he keeps contributing, keeps making big moments for the side. Tries to swing across this one, does Ferreira. It's the kind of length delivery, but just closes the face. The contact's still good. It takes it all the way to the big boundary. But who's there? Temba Bavuma. He's not going to drop it. Under the pressure, snaffles it easy enough. And the big wicket. 20 for Ferreira, 131 for 5. And also time for Frank Grace, strategic break.
Change in plan. Meet me at the cafe.
With Apollo tires, have a wonderful day.
Cooling sensation that excites you like never before and makes you say, wow, that was intense. New Durex Intense, make it intense.
ये क्या अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे? टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है। कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज।
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
Bonjour, mon amour, t'es bizarre sous la pluie. En ce jour, on s'est étreint à notre tour, oh mon amour.
Louis-Philippe Sheen.
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
Parties in the house. Come in and shout it out. Shout it out.
Sid! Start a balcony chorus. Why not? JOH Zero. Packaged drinking water.
1 for 5. Brings Romario Shepherd.
Down.
And that man, Roelof van der Merwe. Goodness, he's in the game all the time. This is his last over. It was saved to this point. And as you said, AB, make or break.
Just before the ball was bowled, Rossington was saying, come on, Bulldog. And Bulldog is your go-to man. Look at him go. When I captured him, I always felt comfortable when he was bowling.
Yeah, smart as he goes about this because he's bowling really full, not allowing the batters to get under him. If they do, they're popping him over the ropes for 6. 4 balls bowled and they've been bowled to absolute perfection. Now to close the over out. Couple to go. That's hit hard. But there's a fielder out there, so just a single again.
Yeah, they've also got their field in the right place. He's not the kind of guy who's going to give it anything short and wide. He's looking to slide it in, so to hit it square of the wicket on the offside is not going to be possible. And you can look at the protection that they've got there. He's going to have a look-see, make sure that foot hasn't touched the boundary cushion. Looks like he's okay.
There's a top fielder, Ayakamane. What you see from the first angle is the shadow of the boot, and it looks then like he's touching the rope, but he's not actually. That's just the shadow from behind him. Yeah, excellent fielding. He's quick across the ground. Decent arm. Final delivery. Didn't quite get it there, but it was okay. It's another single. What an over in the context. 5 and the big wicket of Ferreira. 135 for 5.
झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झांके रे झांके फ्यूचर को ये ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झांके रे झांके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Far. It's where you dream a silly dream. Or a big one. A dream you're yet to dream. Go places. Go far.
And get those Yorkers in.
Most runs in the last 4 in all T20. 79. Shot. Beautifully played. Not quite in the block hole. And Hendricks has been playing scintillating shots all the way through his innings. There's another.
Lovely cover drive. Goes deep into his crease. But he gets the weight forward, which is the key. He goes back forward into the ball, keeps his head still, finds the middle of the bat. It's a lovely player to watch when he gets going, is Reza Hendricks. Number 17.
Oh, someone else's number. The way you said it is like, well, if you've got 17, you're going to play like that.
Who you got for your man of the match, player of the match? Yeah, nicely bowled. Yeah, 79, by the way. I said most runs in the last 4 overs in all T20. Mumbai Indians against RCB in 2020, and that was tied. So if they could get there, it'd be a record. Because 71 by Sussex against Gloucestershire in 2015 is the most successful in the last 4 in a chase. It's a lot to do. Romario Shepherd does hit a long ball too. You're not hitting that anywhere. Excellent bowling. He's been good, Makala. He's been really good for them. Up at the front, he's provided wickets up at the front and done this role at the back end where he'll run up and try and nail Yorkers. Not every single delivery here. It's obviously script written out quite nicely, and so you can just go to the Yorker, set the field for that and stick with it. Oh, they've had a super time. They must take art or something. Excellent field placing.
Yeah, it is excellent field placing, and that's the point I want to touch on. Is we've got AB sitting next to us here, but with this field that's set, they basically know that both these individuals aren't going to get down and paddle. And from a bowling perspective, it makes your life so much easier because you set the field and you know, I can just nail Yorkers. We often as commentators criticize the fast bowlers saying, not enough Yorkers. But in the modern era, the lap, the paddle, the fiddle it all in different directions means that you can't 100% guarantee if you nail a Yorker, it's not going to go to the fence. But with these two at the crease, the way they're playing, if you hit that Yorker, invariably it's going to be straight down the ground and trying to pick up one, maybe two.
If you don't, it's going out the ground. First chance he gets. That's some length, and bang, it's gone for 6.
Yeah, Sisanda's got a big margin to play with here, and therefore I think he got a little bit greedy, searching for wickets. Polly, you know all about that. But credit to the batter, great shot. Got on top of that. He's a tall man, so it's really difficult to get it high enough to guys like this. And it's the short boundary. Sisanda naughty there, he knows it.
I think I smell a sledge.
These cheeky little commentators. Go back to a Yorker. Go back to the Yorker.
He hasn't quite hit it well. It took some stopping though. They'll get a couple. 15 off that. That'll help. 150's up for 5.
ये क्या? अभी भी बिजली खाने वाले और आवाज करने वाले पंखे? टेक्नोलॉजी बदल गई है। कूल फैंस लाओ जो दे आधी बिजली में ज्यादा हवा और करे कम आवाज।
5-star BLDC कूल फैंस बिजली बचाते हैं और वाईफाई से भी चलते हैं।
तो आप अपने पंखे कब बदल रहे हैं?
वाह, फिर से छुट्टी?
हाँ ब्रो।
इतने में अगर मार्केट ऊपर गया और मैं नहीं तो?
मगर मैं
प्रॉपर रिसर्च करके मुझे इन्वेस्ट करो। छुट्टी कैंसल।
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है। गेट ईटी मनी, जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है। अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ। डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
Oh boy.
Bang! Out of there. Excellent stuff. Just the start to the over you want.
Yeah, once again, it's a length delivery, and those are the ones that you mean dispatched onto the bank. Just a bit concerned about the catching in the crowd. They've been so good throughout the tournament, but too many missed opportunities tonight.
Great shot from Riza here. Once again, a bit naughty from the bowling team. They can afford to go Yorkers and to close the game out, taking a risk.
Yeah, didn't quite get a hold of that. Reza Hendricks, he'll pick up a single. His striking today at 173 just about. In the tournament, he's struggled to find the middle of the bat. In fact, he's struck at about half of that throughout the tournament. What a time to bring it on, and they'll hope that he can bring it on and get over the line here.
Yeah, he's been brilliant tonight. Length deliveries, living dangerously as Cars. Just think, so when you look and you see the required rate, basically 22, you think to yourself, if I just go for 4s at worst, that's the best option. We haven't seen paddles, we haven't seen any other approach. So the Yorker, invariably you get it to be hit on the ground and it goes away. If it does get away, it gets to the boundary. That's just a 4. No maximums involved. Those length ones is dangerous.
Yeah, and those two deliveries, 1 and 1, might well have been 6 and 6. Like that. Another length one, and it disappears. Oopsie! Oh dear! Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Oh man, that's a top effort. Stay in there.
If he had caught that, he deserves $1 million of his own. That was absolutely brilliant. To know that it was going to come over the net, and he had to launch himself. That was absolutely brilliant. Another good strike, length delivery. Hendricks goes on his merry way. He's on to 89. But have a look at that. He sets himself. Oh, he needed to do the forward dive.
We've given him credit. That's a shocking effort.
And as far as the diving competition at the Olympics, he gets 0.3.
I think that's just too much of a splash, sir.
So because the ball goes into the pool, that means it has to be changed. Obviously, it's altered the state of it, and that's what Maria Erasmus has done. That's why there's a break in play. But there's a massive discussion. There's 4 other players in and around Kos, and I think the conversation is, buddy, I think length is living on the edge. Let's go for the full Yorker delivery.
I would literally never agree with that, except for the fact that it's the semi-finals and you need 50. You got to defend 50 or 14 balls. Just bowl Yorkers, finish the game, get out of here. That's my opinion.
Oh, just bowl Yorkers. That sounds like a batter talking. Bang again! It's 6 again! Oh, he's in again! I can't believe it! I think he just loves the water! New balls, please!
Can you believe? I mean, what is the chances? 2 deliveries in a row, end up in the same place, in the same pool, and they both go for the same result.
Did he lose 2 beers there with the action? Because we went in with his beer again.
Yeah. I think he also gets 0.56 for this dive. There's not even a full point. He just wants to end up with... Oh, they both went 3 for...
When it comes to making your drive electric, never settle for the ordinary. Go EV with India's #1 EV, Nexon EV. Proven and trusted by over 40,000 customers. Feature loaded and safe, offering a premium driving experience. Now with enhanced range and an exciting new price. Nexon EV. Drive what drove India electric.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का बाद लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
This is live action and a swing and a miss. Gets away with another length delivery. Anyway, 20 off the over, 170 for 5, 44 of 12 required.
You don't want me to sing? What about dancing? You just want me to say the lines. Download Cred now to pay all your bills, credit card, electricity, to win big rewards. I thought this was a Cred ad.
To the SA20 final at the Wanderers on Saturday.
It's 6! It's 6! What a start to the over! Oh, wow! I tell you what, now what you have is a scenario where the bowlers will be nervous. It's no longer pressure off. Yes, a few going out the park with so many needed. You think, well, I'll be okay. But all of a sudden, it's all too regular with the 6s. And the pressure is well and truly back on the bowling side.
This game is not done. There's nothing better as a batter when you're seeing it well, and there's absolutely no pressure on you. Nothing to lose.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. That's a beautiful delivery, under the circumstances particularly.
And what you can say is it's not that easy to land these Yorkers. I mean, this is the years and months of practice, but that's perfect. That one's on the popping crease, and if he gets it there, they'll get over the line. We've seen length deliveries that have disappeared. We've seen shin-high full tosses that have disappeared. But the moral of the story is every time we've seen that delivery, there's been no paddle, no reverse paddle, no out-the-box thinking, and it's been a single or 2.
Oh, big 4 deliveries, these. What does he leave his mate at the other end? Oh, it was in the slot, you know.
Romario Shepherd's reaction as he was running down the wicket. He jumped in the air and squirmed. because he believed that was in the slot. He knew that if he got that out the middle, he could send it on its way.
If you had to ask me to put the ball down on the Jack of Hearts, it would be exactly on that little spot right there. He missed out. That was the opportunity.
Trying to stay calm. 37 from 9. How many did they leave for the last one? Big 3 deliveries here. Yeah, well bowled.
Yeah, Sunrise Eastern Cape only 7 runs ahead of where they are at the moment. It just shows you how close it was. They had a strong finish to the last over.
There are 2 bowlers in this lineup that you go to under pressure. Rula van der Merwe and Sisanda Magala. Sisanda closing it out with Yorkers here. Under pressure, because I tell you, a couple of 6s here would change the entire story.
It would make it a fun game at the end. Right, here we go. Magala to Shepherd, who's 19 from 9. Importantly, equation 36 from 8. Short boundary, and it's gone all the way. It's gone all the way for 6.
There'll be a couple of the Joburg Super King fans just looking at square leg to say, is it over waist high? I think it's just knee high. Just gets underneath, but once again missed the area, and he's missed it by a meter and a half there, and it's helped on its way. A maximum short boundary, 56 meters required.
367 tournament 6s. They would love that with this final ball of the over, for that to go to 368.
Yeah, Magala goes to the sawdust. He gets it on his hand. He's obviously feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit sweaty. He doesn't want to slip out his hand, so he just put his hand in the sawdust quickly. Now he gripped the ball. Can he deliver a nice full Yorker to finish?
Shepherd on strike. Oh, he doesn't get it for 6, but it'll go for 4. It'll do all right. It's better. It's better than none at all. Now then, 19 done. 26 to get off the final one.
बस एक हाथ दिखाएंगे और देंगे रॉक स्टार वाली अकड़। इसलिए सीएट सिक्योर ड्राइव, जो दे हर स्पीड तक पकड़। सीएट, इट हेल्प्स।
इटालियन, और मैं खाऊं बैंक में धूल। मैं तो शट अप। मार्केट्स, इकोनॉमी, इंटरेस्ट रेट अच्छे से रिसर्च करो और मुझे अभी इन्वेस्ट करो। चलो।
पैसे ने काम पर लगा रखा है। गेट ईटी मनी, जानो बेटर रिटर्न्स के लिए कब और कहां इन्वेस्ट करना है। अब आप पैसे को काम पे लगाओ। डाउनलोड ईटी मनी नाउ।
Start a balcony chorus. Why not? Joburg Zero packaged drinking water.
ये है रैपिडो वाला कॉन्फिडेंस। रैपिडो का वाद, लो प्राइस, कंफर्टेबल और क्विक। पहली राइड पर 50% ऑफ। अब टाइम से पहुंचो। रैपिडो, बाइक वाली टैक्सी। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Fine leg and third are up in the circle. He's going for Yorkers as well. He goes to Hendricks. He's not going for Yorkers, and he's quite fortunate to get away with that. That quite easily could have disappeared out the ground. Oh, man.
Yeah, you start to do your maths now and you think, okay, 4 deliveries, if they all went out the ground, that's 24. I've got 25 to play with. So where can I find a single? Where can I find a dot ball? Then I'm almost just need to be legal for my last 3 or 4, and we're over the line.
Dare I say there was a good single. I think of Brathwaite in that T20 World Cup.
Remember the name. Remember the name.
Yeah, we know what you truly are. You're a bowler. You worked it out from a bowler's perspective, and AB from a batter's perspective. Oh, Is that a no ball? Is that a no ball? Are they running too? They are. They are. They bumped into each other, the fielders as well. I don't think it would have mattered. Oh dear. Now the equation is different entirely.
Whatever you do, don't make unforced errors. No balls, no wides. And I'm afraid to say this is a close call. I can't see that coming down in time, or is it? Oof, it's tight.
It's very tight. It's very tight.
Yeah, the law is it's in the standing position, you're full standing, so that's the judgment that has to be made. I'm thinking it's just coming down. By the time it gets to him, it's probably just going to be down the waist, and he does. He gets away with it.
Yeah, it's been checked. It's okay. Just two. Well done. Well done, Neil Bartman. Yep, he's done the job.
Don't jump ahead too far, Bobby. We've just seen a waste-star ball. It wasn't far off a no ball. 3 legal ones is required.
He's not going for Yorkers anymore.
So what do you do now, Paul?
Just bowl length deliveries.
Now you go length. Because you don't want to risk going waste-star. So
take
you go
3 steps, take 3 steps and bowl them.
And you make sure you're half a meter behind the line.
Correct. It's gone straight up. It's gone straight up in the air. Out. Catch taken. It's Reza Hendricks who goes. He played beautifully, but couldn't quite get the side over the line. It's the Sunrisers Eastern Cape who celebrate.
Exceptional knock from Reza Hendricks. Spirit thought for him. He played an amazing knock. I can't help but think he should have opened the batting. And there it is. Well played. He deserved his 100. There's no doubt about that. He's a wonderful player. And he entertained the Centurion crowd tonight.
Yeah, just cut across it. Is 96 or 54. That matched the effort of Aidan Markram, who got 100 or 57. So he did that role. He matched him. Run for ball, 192 for 6, he goes for 96.
When it comes to making your drive electric, never settle for the ordinary. Go EV with India's #1 EV, Nexon EV. Proven and trusted by over 40,000 customers. Feature loaded and safe, offering a premium driving experience. Now with enhanced range and an exciting new price. Nexon EV, drive what drove India electric.
Made his way out there.
Oh, hello. How is that for brilliant? Not only does he pick it up, but he had the presence of mind to try and run him out at the bowler's end. As the final countdown reigns around the ground, Sunrisers Eastern Cape know that their tournament's not finished. They're going to the final.
Wow, wow, wow. What a semi, though. It's done. It goes out the ground for 6. Joburg Super Kings end 199 for 6. Bowed heads and perhaps tears here and there mean they're short. The celebrations are for all of those in orange, because it's the Sunrisers who win here. They win by 14 runs. So close it was. What a semi-final we've had.
We have indeed, Pom. It was basically on the line until the last 5 deliveries. It basically could have gone either way.
Don't miss the final of the first edition of the SA20 League. Watch the final on 11th February, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Live on the Jio Cinema app, Sports 18 and Colors Tamil.
खिड़कियां तोड़कर, पुरानी सोच तोड़कर, रिकॉर्ड्स तोड़कर हम यहाँ तक पहुँचे हैं, पर असली तोड़फोड़ तो अब शुरू होगी। देखिए पहली विमेंस प्रीमियर लीग का सबसे पहला ऑक्शन 13 फरवरी को दोपहर 1:30 बजे जियो सिनेमा ऐप और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर।
Yeah, they'll walk off and shake hands and chit-chat as well. But here is the story. The second finalist. It's the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. They've got over the line and they win over the Joburg Super Kings by just 14 runs. And that having scored 213. You wouldn't have thought so, but it continues, right? This reputation of this place, of the Highveld, you just never know what is safe.
Yeah, on these grounds where the ball flies, and you think of the start of the tournament, 1 win after 4 matches for the Sunrisers. They didn't give up hope. They got over the line with only 4 victories into the semi-finals, but it's the knockout stages you need to produce your best, and Aiden Markram was at his best tonight, and he's taken his team to the final game.
Yeah, awesome stuff from the two teams. They entertained this crowd that turned up. Started off a sparse crowd and it filled up as well. Work hours went behind us. They came in here, there was some drizzle, there was some rain, and they stuck it out and watched. And I'm sure they'll be glad that they did hang about, because they've watched a quite entertaining game of cricket here. We didn't know which way it was gonna go until pretty close to the very end, and that's just how we like it, and especially in the semi-final as well. It leaves just the one game. It leaves the jewel for the crown.
There are the leading wicket takers. It's going to be a shootout between Nortje and Van der Merwe, because the rest of them, or their tournaments, have come to an end. Van der Merwe, I didn't think he played the first 2 or maybe even the first 3, so it's been remarkable how many wickets he's picked up. Ethan Bosch would probably have to get a 5 to get ahead of the bunch of them, but that's 2 experienced campaigners who've delivered. Most runs wise, Butler 391. Faf du Plessis is out of the tournament, so it's only Markram. He'll have to get 52. And then he can count himself top of the pops.
Yeah, fine form, all those batters there. And you look, you see top order batters, and then you see those 2 in the middle, Markram and Klaasen, who are middle order players. Yeah, look at the MVP overall. And Jos Buttler, Faf du Plessis, Aiden Markram. You go through those names, mainly batters, but the bowlers come in somewhere down there, and Nortje, Bjorn Fortuin, Van der Merwe, he's there, Ethan Bosch, and an all-rounder there as well in Jimmy Neesham. Always fun, this one, Sean.
Yeah, emerging players, no surprise. Bowlers at the top of the list. Bosch and Coetzee making their names, making the big yards, getting their teams over the line.
And there's the batting card. Joburg Super Kings didn't start off very well, with Faf getting out first ball, and that sort of set the trend. It wasn't over until the end, because they had some fighters in Reza Hendricks. Matthew Wade in the middle there. Donovan Ferreira showed some promise, but unfortunately got out of 20 of 9. And then Shepherd showed some promise at the end. What a game of cricket.
What is it?
There's our partnerships. Just not enough up front, and they fell behind in those first 6 overs. Sort of stayed up to the challenge with the required rate, but lost too many wickets in those last 5.
Yeah, bowling-wise, Magala was superb up front. Him and Jansen, they picked up the initial wickets, put the Joburg Super Kings on the back foot. Cast picked up an important wicket, but it was a little bit expensive at the back end. Bartman, he's been going at 11s throughout the tournament, but he held his nerve when it was required. The Magic Genie, 2 for 23, and in the context of the game, Markram 2 overs for 16, going at 8s was important.
And so now the Betway moment of the match. A cathartic exhale when he got there. Screams from both ends. His partner, Stubbs, was just as happy. Just brilliant. Even a tear to Daddy's eye. Fantastic by Aiden Markram. And it's good too that his captain, former captain, turns up and gives him a hug to say well done. and all the best for the big one. Here's the summary then of semi-final number 2. 2-1-3 for 5 is huge as a total. 100 from Markram, good innings from Herman and Stubbs, and Cox at the back end. And then the chase was spirited. 199 for 6. Hendricks was superb for his 96. Shepherd and Ferreira contributing, but not quite able to get there. So it's the Sunrisers by 14 runs and into the final.
Will it be the dominant Bianconeri